Hey guys, I hope you're all doing really well. Today I'm going to share with you the second update for the Graveyard Project Pan. This is a project pan that was started by my friend Emily. Of course, I will link her up in the cards as well as down in the description box. But I just love everything about the concept of this project pan. I really love how in-depth the theme is throughout all of the different aspects of this project basically. So this is a project pan that will wrap up on Halloween Day. We do updates every other month, and virtually what we're doing with this project is we're getting use out of items that are from previous project pans, and we call those the Ressurection Products, or there are items that are like either just not getting reached for or close to expiry, and those are the Collecting Cobwebs products. So I have some products for each of those categories, and I'm just really excited to share with you guys all of my progress, so let's just hop right on into it. The first item I have here is from Colourpop. This is a Super Shock Shadow in the shade Koosh. It's looking very different from when I introduced it and in my last update because I ended up having to move the product into the central portion of the pan. So you won't be able to see progress from this last month. Like, you just won't be able to tell that there is progress. However, I did use up 0.34 grams of product over the last 2 months since my last update. I feel like that's decent progress. However, it's not quite enough in order to reach my goal. I do want to finish this up within this project. So I really have to kick it into high gear and use this far more frequently. I am wearing it today on, oh, I almost dropped it, on the inner corner of my eye as well as in the inner portion of the lower lash line. And I'm going to try to reach for it really frequently, just tying it into looks in any way that I can, because I really, really want to see this pan empty. I've never finished off a Colourpop Super Shock Shadow. This is a swatch of it, so you can see it's like this silvery, taupey. It's a really unique, cool toned metallic shade, and I am so in love with this shadow. So it's not difficult for me to be using in this project pan. It's just a matter of finding a balance between not only this shadow and all the other shadows that I'm using in all my project pans. So I really, really, really want to finish this up. Next up is another Colourpop product. This is the Super Shock Cheek in the shade Lunch Money, and I really want to finish this up within this project. You can see there isn't a ton of product left in here. However, I haven't looked back on my progress photos, but I feel like this hasn't really moved. I don't know, I'm just feeling like this is just not going anywhere. This is like the longest lasting product ever, even though it's a creamy formula. And I do find myself reaching for it very frequently. I tend to like to use it on my shoulders and my collarbones, the fronts of my legs. I will use this on days when I'm wearing no other makeup. I'll just have it as a highlight on the top of the cheekbones. And I reach for it very, very often, especially since it is summertime and I do have a lot of more skin exposed. But I still am feeling just like this is not moving very quickly. So the sun has decided to just completely disappear. However, we're just going to continue chatting about the progress. So with this item, I actually used up 0.58 grams over the last 2 months. So that is a decent amount of product used. I just feel like visually I can't see the difference, or I feel like I'm not making that much progress, but it will be interesting to look back on the progress pictures and to really see how much I've used. Now, my end goal is to finish this up. I'm not sure that's gonna happen, but I mean, progress is progress no matter what. I'm really happy that I am getting way more use out of that product. And then I have another highlighting product here as well. This is the e.l.f. Liquid Highlighter, and this is in the shade Illuminating. Now, I feel like I shouldn't have made markings on this because they were totally inaccurate, or I feel like at this point now they must be inaccurate. I started up here and then I went down to here with the next update, and today I marked it at this point, but realistically you can see there's just air, not a ton of product left in here at all. I've been actually using this mixed in with my primers or mixed in with my foundations to give me a really glowy base. Today I do have it mixed in with the Wet n Wild foundation that I'm trying to pan. And it just is such an effortless glow. It doesn't have discernible shimmer or glitter or anything like that, but it's absolutely beautiful on the skin, and I'm really happy that I'm working on this. This is the third project pan that this has ever been in, so I definitely have to get this used up and out of my collection because it's ridiculous. I cannot let it live to see another project pan. Between updates, I actually finished up 3.57 grams of product out of here, and given how it feels and how little product I really think is in here. I think I should be able to finish it up within this project pan, which is super exciting because some other things just don't seem all that attainable right now. So I'm really excited that this one definitely seems like it is going to be used up by the end of this project. This next item is the Kat Von D Lock-It Powder Foundation. I have mine in the shade Light 49, which is just far too fair and too cool for me. However, I have been making really good progress on this. As you can see, I have actually hit pan on it again, which was my goal like last time. I really do want to finish this up within this project, but I set myself a goal of re-hitting pan. I actually did that probably about 3 weeks ago, and then I took this into my makeup bag for work just to see if I could use it as like a blotting kind of powder. And I didn't have a chance to even try it out that way because it ended up shattering that day. So I did end up repressing it yet again. And since then, whenever I do want to travel with it, I've just been using a cotton pad in the compact, and I haven't had any sort of issue with it breaking at all, even since hitting pan. I traveled with this over this past weekend and there was already pan exposed and it didn't shatter. So that's just a little bit of an idea for you if you're traveling with panned products or items that are prone to breaking, especially since this was the second time I repressed it, so it is a little bit more vulnerable. My goal is to finish this up within this project. I really don't know if that's gonna happen, especially because I can't wear it as like an all-over setting powder or foundation, especially right now, just because I do have a lot of warmth to my skin and I am a little bit more tanned than this color offers, but I have been using it to set down my eyeshadow primer and to brighten underneath the eyes, to use it as like a pressed brightening powder under the eyes has been really nice, but I can't use it all over the face. So I don't know if that goal is attainable, but I am working my way towards it either way, and we'll see how the next 2 months go with this item. I think I completely forgot to mention that these were all Ressurection items that I've talked about so far, and this last item is also a Ressurection product. So they're all items that were previously in project pans and have like come back again to be in another project pan. So this last item right here is a product that I had previously in my 9 in 2019 project earlier this year. It's the only product that was from this year's project panning so far. And this is the Stila Glitter and Glow eyeshadow in the shade Kitten Karma. I wanted to pop this into this project just to see if I can make it work, since as you can see, I did take out the stopper and I had done that probably far too early for the life of this product, but I was finding that the wand was coming out really dry, so I wanted to be able to pick up more product. However, I feel like once I took out the stopper, it really accelerated the like dying of this product, basically. Like it started drying out and there was a lot of fallout with it. However, every maybe third or fourth or fifth use, like every handful of uses, I've been spraying my Cover FX high performance setting spray into this, and it seems to have revived it very well. So I have been getting really great use out of it. I can actually show you. So I haven't sprayed anything in this for a while. Now the doe foot does come off fairly bare, like there isn't a lot of product on here, but I can get some decent color payoff. And you can definitely build it, but you can see there is like a little bit of product on there. I can definitely build it up like I said, but there is a fair amount of product in here. I don't anticipate I can finish this within this project. That's not the goal. I just wanted to see if I could make it work for me and continue to make it work for me ongoing. So I'm gonna keep it in this project. However, I don't expect, oh, here's the sun again. I don't expect that I will be able to finish it up or even make significant progress on it. I've only used 0.12 grams of product over the last 2 months, but that's okay because it's far more use than I made after I pulled it out of my 9 in 2019 project pan. So I'm happy with any progress no matter what. Moving into the collecting cobwebs category, this first item is the Milani Baked Blush in the shade Luminoso. This is a beautiful glowy coral blush, and as you can see, I don't have any pan on it, which is my end goal with this one. And realistically, I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't foresee that happening within this project pan. I haven't been reaching for this near as much as I know I should. I honestly don't know why, because this is an absolutely beautiful blush, but I've been wearing a lot of very neutral or even slightly cool toned looks, just given the products that are in my Pan Those Eyeshadows project. So I just don't find myself reaching for this as much as I probably should. but you can see like the dome has definitely leveled out even more from my last update. There definitely is wear, and I have been using it. I used 0.28 grams of product over the last 2 months, so really not significant, but a little bit of progress, and I'm happy to do so. Even though I really do want to get this used up and I am motivated to get out of my collection since it is so old, I don't know why I just haven't been reaching for it as often as I know I should. This is something that will live on for future project pans for sure. This last item is a lipstick from Bite. This is the Matte Creme Lip Crayon in the shade Leche. And initially I actually thought I was just going to try to finish up like half of what was remaining in this product. And then in the intro I was like, you know what, F it. I'm just going to really challenge myself and try to finish this up. And I actually managed to finish it. And I'm shocked that I finished it before the finale. I actually finished this 2 weeks ago or so, and that's just because I found myself naturally wanting to throw this on with a wide variety of looks. Like I said, I've been panning a lot of like more cool toned eyeshadows, so this just paired perfectly with a lot of eye looks I was doing. It's just like a good, effortless, very creamy lipstick formula as well. And I'm so happy because lipsticks usually are the hardest product for me to finish up. So I actually finished 0.46 grams over this past month, or between updates. I keep saying over this past month because that's usually the time frame I do for project pans, but between updates I use 0.46 grams, and I'm so thrilled about that. I'm so happy about this one. So because I finished up this lipstick, and last update I just threw this one in just to keep playing with it, I actually want to roll in 2 new products. I'm going to keep the Stila in this project, but I know it's not something that I can really hit an end goal with, so I want to replace it with something that I think is actually very attainable within the next 2 months. So I am going to be rolling in this Colourpop lipstick in the place of the Bite lipstick. This is a Ressurection product for me because this was actually in my very first project pan, which was like 2.5 years ago, and I still have a lot of product remaining in here. So this is what is remaining. There's not a lot. There is a fair amount of lipstick in there though, but I know I can finish this within the next 2 months because I really quite like this actually as a cream bronzer, and I really do love this on the lips as well. This is a very comfortable formula. Did I even say what this is? This is Colourpop Grunge, and it's in the matte Lippie Sticks formula. However, this matte formula is not really a matte. I think it's more of a cream formula. Very comfortable. This is a very fall appropriate color for me. I freaking love this kind of color. I can live in this lipstick all the time. Like I love this lipstick. So I'm really excited that I'm pulling this into this project. I do think it's possible I will be able to finish it, if not get very close, but it would be nice to have this used up and out of my collection by the end of this year. So yeah, I'm really excited for this product, and I do think I can finish it in the next 2 months. And then another Colourpop item actually I'm rolling in for the Ressurection category as well. This was recently in my Roulette Pan collab, and this is the Colourpop Creme Gel Liner in the shade Get Paid. You can see on the applicator that it is like a coppery kind of color, but I don't really want to roll it up as I did with that project because it is really loose in here. Like this is actually just like a little nub that sits inside of the applicator, but it actually is not adhered to anything anymore. So I don't want to roll it up to show you, but I will mark it on paper. That way I can be very careful with it. But I don't have very much left of this. I actually surpassed my goal in my Roulette Pan collab, and I think in the next 2 months I should be able to finish this. As long as I'm wearing some more warm toned eyeshadows, this is something I can always throw into the waterline, and if I don't finish it up in this project, that's okay, but I do think I'll be very close. So I have pretty much a mostly Colourpop project pan at this moment, but these are all items that have been in my collection for quite some time. I'm really motivated to get them used up and out of my collection, and hopefully in the next 2 months I can make really significant progress on all of these items. So I hope that you will stay tuned for the finale on Halloween Day, and thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely go check out the playlist that will contain all of the other ladies who are participating in this project here on YouTube. There is also a Graveyard Project Pan hashtag over on Instagram, so definitely go check that out. And like I said, I will link Emily's channel down below as well. So thank you guys so much for watching and for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!